be here with all of you again this year. To Nicole, Trisha, and Maria, and all of the wonderful women that put this together, you made this day magic for all of us, and thank you for the efforts that you went to do that. So Nicole has already gotten us all on the train, but I want to welcome you aboard the NAMI Express today. This is a really special train. Much like the Polar Express, that provided a magical adventure to the North Pole, giving riders opportunities to make friends, feel brave, and find the spirit of Christmas. Our NAMI train provides connection, understanding, resources, and hope for all individuals impacted by mental illness. Our engine is our motivation, and it fuels us. It promotes our mission to improve the lives of individuals and families affected by mental illness through support, education, advocacy, and awareness. Ladies, our engine is strong from the warmth, understanding, and acceptance that people receive through NAMI. Our engine is also built from the need for this work to be done in our community, and it is constructed by each individual and family that comes to us looking for help. It is in that help that people find hope. The first car that we'll go into today is our support car. At NAMI Montco, we offer a helpline to anyone in need to provide guidance, resources, or a listening ear. When a family member calls because their crisis has happened in their family and their child has been hospitalized for the first time, they aren't sure why they're calling or what they're looking for. But through the helpline, we work to educate families to understand what a hospitalization looks like and what might be helpful to not only themselves, but also their loved one when they move forward. Support at NAMI Montco can also be found in groups. We offer support groups both to people living with a mental health condition or challenge, as well as family and friends, so that people can share their successes and their challenges and work together to find resiliency. Our support groups, and this is the most special piece about NAMI, all of our programming, our support groups, our education, we didn't get to those trains yet. I know I'm jumping ahead a little. They're all led by people that have lived experience. So when people come to NAMI, we don't just say we get it because we say we get it, we really do get it. Education is the next car, and it really is the pillar of the work that we do, because we can't understand something, we can't accept something, if we don't understand it. A woman named Melissa came to NAMI through a late night Google search. She was doing her best to support her husband who lives with bipolar disorder, and she was at her wit's end because their marriage was struggling, communication was poor. She didn't know how to help her husband, and she didn't know how to help herself. She came to our support group, but after that support group, she engaged with a class called Family to Family, and that class changed her life, in her words. Her relationship is better. She knows how to communicate better with her husband. She understands his illness and his symptoms and can help him be aware when he's not well. Melissa now is giving back to teach those classes because that impact was so great for her. Since 1989, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania has conducted a PACE survey. It's the Pennsylvania Youth Survey. Is anybody familiar with this survey? Of course, Trisha. So this survey is a biannual survey of youth in 6th, 8th, 10th, and 12th grade. It was initially started to gather information about knowledge, attitude, and behaviors towards alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs to help our communities figure out root causes of antisocial behavior, risk-taking behavior, but also to put prevention in place. In the last few surveys, the Commonwealth has added mental health concern and suicide risk because we know those are huge concerns for our kids right now. We are gearing up in 2021 to start our next data collection. So our most recent is 2019. Anyone who's interested in this can Google Pennsylvania Youth Survey Data 2019, but I just want to highlight what our 12th graders are telling us right now. 40% of 12th graders across Montgomery County felt depressed or sad most, not some, most days of the year. Further, 29% said they've been so sad that they stopped engaging in their usual activities. and 18% have seriously considered suicide. Our youth need help, just like we as adults, and NAMI has a wonderful, engaging program called Ending the Silence that goes into high schools, colleges. We can work with Scouts. Bernadette Selgrath is our education and outreach coordinator. And through that program, our students, staff, and families are learning about mental health conditions, warning signs, how to help yourself or a loved one, and really, again, finding resiliency and positive ways to cope to fight mental health challenges, just like they would their physical health. Because friends, we need to start making that correlation. Mental health and physical health are not different. They are both medical conditions. They need to be treated and respected as such so that we can talk openly and have the conversation. So on Saturdays, I don't get all dressed up like this. I have a baseball hat on, a hoodie, sweatpants, and I was running into an Italian market by our house in Abington, and all I wanted to do was go in, grab 3 things, and leave. So I hear, "Oh, Abby!" And I thought, oh, sweet Jesus, who is this right now? And I turn around, and there's this sweet young man, and he said, "Do you remember me?" And I said, "I'm so sorry, I don't." And he said, "I was in your Ending the Silence class at Abington." And I was like, "Well, I'm so excited to see you again. How are you?" He said, "You know, so we give out keychains in Ending the Silence. There's some on the NAMI table up front. Please take them. And on the keychains is our NAMI information, but additionally, it's all the crisis information for our local county resources in addition to some national supports. So as I say, "How are you?" he gets his keychain out. And we encourage the kids to put the keychains on their keychain, but at least to throw them in a junk drawer or a backpack so they know where they are. And he said, "I never thought I was gonna need this, but my friend told me that they felt suicidal last week and I knew exactly who to call." That education is what we wanna bring to everybody. We also educate police officers through partnerships with Montgomery County Emergency Services. Thank you, Bert. This is the little keychains that are given out. So as we keep riding through our cars, we're gonna talk a little bit about advocacy because we have the privilege to help people find their voice, to share their lived experiences so that we can make differences in our community, and helping people know that, again, it's okay to talk about mental health challenges. We work with legislators about challenges that face us, such as the workforce shortage, and that people are really on wait lists for 3 to 6 months to find a therapist right now. Letting legislators know that and fighting for mental health funding is vital to ensure that we have services available when people need them. And finally, we get to the caboose, awareness. I know I'm not supposed to have favorites. I don't have favorite children, but I do have a favorite piece of NAMI, and that's awareness. At NAMI, we have supported those impacted by mental illness since 1977, but now more than ever, we see a need to focus on wellness. NAMI has always shared about mental illness and educating, but ladies, we have to take our wellness seriously. We have to make sure that we're putting self-care into our day and that we're prioritizing our minds just like we do our bodies, because we know that wellness can turn to illness. Annually, we come together as a NAMI community to raise awareness and funds by breaking stigma and hosting a mental health awareness walk. It is indeed a day of celebration. For those of you who have driven on the grounds of Montgomery County Community College, Ellen Roberts is our wonderful development coordinator. She's walking around videotaping this right now. Some of you may know her, but her husband was delivering water to a stop on the walk. And he got back and he said, "Abby, I wish I had my camera." And we're like, "Oh my gosh, Tom, what happened?" And he's like, "It was like nothing I've ever seen. It was just a whole road. It was like a stream of people walking for mental health." Goosebumps, chills. That's impact, that's change. We would love to see Cedarbrook have a team next May. So our train can't function without the tireless work of our small but mighty staff, unbelievably dedicated board of directors, and our almost 50 volunteers. We are just beginning to really see the emotional fallout of COVID-19. While Tricia shared that 1 in 5 people prior to the pandemic identified living with a mental health condition, Pennsylvanians alone right now are identifying that 1 in 3 of us struggle with anxiety and depression. NAMI's now needed more than ever. Today, ladies, you are a part of our train. You will be a part of our mission and a part of our history, as we will always be thankful for the generosity and the magic that was shared. So please share the magic of the NAMI train with those you know. Let people know it's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to stay that way, and that NAMI's here to help people find hope. Have a blessed holiday.